Hi, my name is Melissa, and I wanted to do one of these It Gets Better videos because I want to show my support for this project. I think it's really important, and I went through it myself. Um, High school was hell. It was a horrible time for me. The only thing worse was middle school. I am not a lesbian. I'm not bisexual. I'm not transgendered. I'm just a fat, nerdy girl. And I want you to know that there are a lot of people who understand how you feel. I might not identify myself as gay, but I support you because I know how painful it is to have to spend every day for hours and hours in a place where you just feel alone and persecuted and even sometimes as if you're no good. And those things aren't true. And I want to make sure that you understand that there are so many people who support you. Um, I don't have to share your belief or your philosophy to think that it's wrong that this is done to anybody. I want to stress to any kids out there, if you're getting bullied, if you're getting picked on, sometimes it feels like the end of the world. And it gets better sounds so damn lame when you're in the middle of the fifth day in a row of the same thing, of nobody likes me, of nobody to talk to, of feeling completely different. Um, I want you to understand that as lame as it gets better sounds, it's true. Um, After high school, you're put in a position where you have freedom. If you can just hold on, every day you endure that bullshit, you're getting stronger. You're learning how to cope with the world, and you're getting one day closer to your own freedom. There's a day, and it's getting closer and closer all the time. When not only do you not have to deal with those people anymore, you get the reins in your own life and you get to decide where you're going and what you're going to do. And I think I also just want to stress that in some ways we are alone. What makes us so special and so beautiful is that we're all incredibly different from one another. And I think that when you feel alone that way, you have to realize that everyone feels that way. And if nothing else, there are so many people who have things in common with you and who would support you just because they understand what it's like to be alone. Just because they know that's what's being done to you isn't right. Um, I just really want to encourage you too to stand up for yourself. Um, I know that sometimes it seems like everybody's bullying you, but the fact is, when you break it down, there's usually three really big popular assholes and 20 guys who follow along and do whatever they do. If you can make one really big dick look like a really big dick, he'll have a lot less followers to pick on you. If you're in a crowded room and somebody gives you shit, call them out. You know, I think that all it takes is for one person to stand up and say, you know what, this is absolutely wrong, and you're nothing but a bigot, you know? Um, and sometimes that's too hard. I understand that too. But I think by this point, you have to learn about the things inside you that are beautiful. You already know you're different. Focus on what makes you unique. It's so much more than your sexual orientation or your size or your likes and dislikes or your stutter or your disability or whatever it is. There are things that make you beautiful in your personality. There are things that, you can think of that nobody else in the world can do. And I swear that the world is a sadder place without you. Um, it takes so many different people to teach the world. Um, I think we learn from each other's differences. And right now, the world is learning a lot about tolerance and about acceptance and about understanding. And when you take yourself out of this world, you're you're almost accepting the rightness of what those people say. And I guess what I'm saying is don't lay down and die. Stand up and fight, you know? Or even just sit back in a corner and plan a slow escape. But I promise it gets better every day, it gets better all the time. As an adult, I still deal with assholes. But here's the difference about being an adult. As an adult, I can walk away. I cannot work in that sphere. You know, I can make a serious complaint and I have control over my own destiny. I think a lot of the frustration that kids feel is because they still have those differences, but they have none of the control. This will get better every day of your life. As you grow, you're going to become more comfortable with yourself. And you know what? As those dickheads grow, they're going to find better ways of making themselves feel better than by making other people look bad. I just want to say that one thing I've learned about people is that no one who is happy and secure in themselves needs to walk around making other people feel like shit to make themselves feel good. Uh, if somebody's doing that, they're going to have a lot more problems down the road than you do. You are somebody who has dealt with hardship. You're somebody who has an honest, you know, assessment of yourself. You're somebody who's willing to be brave and strong and stand for what you believe in. You're true to yourself, and the world needs a lot more people like that. I think what we need to do about bullies is just refuse to accept it. The other thing I want to say is if you're not somebody who's here looking for support, if you're not somebody who's on the brink of suicide trying to save themselves, if you're just some kid looking at this, stop taking crap from bullies. Not even your bullies. If you see somebody bully somebody else, you know it's wrong. When you're not the person being bullied, you're in a good position to help somebody out, to stand up for what you believe in. And I think a lot of people respect that. I know when I was in school, sometimes I did that too. I would watch the popular girl make fun of somebody, and I felt really, really bad for watching it happen, but I also felt really good because it wasn't me. And it felt safer to be quiet and off to the side because it wasn't calling attention to myself. Um, when you're somebody who's not the kid getting picked on, that's the time to speak up. You know, make yourself heard, make yourself a new friend, show that you're somebody who, you know, actually has some moral integrity. Um, I just want to say to anybody watching this, if you're watching because you sympathize, if you're watching because, you know, you are looking for encouragement, or if you're just curious, it gets better. It does. I promise.